Hey, what's going on? So, if you read my page description, you'll see that I started this page in effort to emphasize the importance of conversation to keep friendships going. So, I truly thought that just knowing someone for an extended period of time and having access to their lives and an idea of their inner heart, we could probably, separate the politics from the person and realize just what really matters in your friendship with them. Unfortunately, I'm finding this to be more and more difficult as time goes on. I'm actually realizing that we can only do so much from our end. I've come to the conclusion that if you have to beg someone to understand you because media and the internet has managed to skew their view of you, then you know they're just not worth your effort anymore. As much as you'd like to hold on to that friendship, knowing the person is great at heart, you can't force them to ignore the mission of the separation that social media and Big Brother have in place. So I've fought and fought to keep the friendships of some really good people, despite having to defend my views that may differ from theirs. And these people truly have no interest in the reality of my morals and my views. They're going with whatever their timelines tell them to believe, in my view. So since I stopped fighting against the odds to keep these friends, I found this odd sense of peace, peace from arguing truth against brainwashing, facts versus made up scenarios, peace from doubting the person that I am. So even if you know people are great deep down, you can't force them to see that in you. For a while, I'd always give in. I'd chill on my opinion. I'd end most of our conversations saying, okay, I learned and I'm the one that needed to conform to this idea of yours. Basically conceding in fear that that person may not want to be friends with me because I simply just disagree. Now, no more of that for me. Often I knew I wasn't wrong, but there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that only want people in their lives that are going to agree with them, tell them how smart they are all the time, tell them that they're correct. And it just seems pretty lame to me, a lame way to live, but I guess it must give this feeling of righteousness and power at the end of the day. So, but I'm done with catering to that. Honestly, just let those people do their thing. You'll never get through to them. And it's a shame, honestly, to share. I'm down to 4 friends that have decided, despite knowing me and how I care for people and how big of a family man I am and how I don't have a racist or a hateful bone in my body towards people that are different than me. Knowing these things, they somehow concluded that because I don't post things that match up with them every day and I don't, deny my support for the president, that somehow I'm not that person that they know anymore. It blows my mind. It really does. Unfortunately, there's one that I could give a shit about. I learned he's phony. He panders to what people want him to say and think, because he has no friends or life outside of social media. And so I understand he needs people to tell him how he's right all the time and agree with him and tell him he's special. So he's not the kind of guy that I really want as a friend anyway. So good riddance. Peace out, right? One of the 4 was more of a casual that I had just started building a friendship with, despite we were disagreeing on many, many things. I thought we were kind of breaking through that and becoming friends anyways. But somewhere along the line, he decided that he didn't like some of my views, and so he left, and that's okay. I would have loved to have added another friend to the list, but I could do without if that's the case. The other 2 I struggle with. One was a pretty close friend. We met up quite often in a different place where he's from. I would visit there. I would go and meet up with him, and we'd have really good conversations and talk about a lot of things because of our different perceptions. And it was great. And I thought I had a good friend. But once the president was voted in, that particular friend decided that if you're a Trump supporter, that you are automatically a racist and you want bad for him and their family. And so he decided that I'm just not a good person anymore, even though I spent a lot of time showing him I was. The last one is a dear, dear friend that I'm really hoping at some point this bullshit will pass and we'll become friends again. We've been friends probably, I think it's almost 20 years now. Shared a lot of times together. Shared a lot of great conversations, sharing perspectives, learning from one another. But yes, this was one of those situations where at the end of the conversation, it generally had to be me conceding, which becomes confusing in the end, because if someone is actually looking for things to be correct and united and friendships to be accurate, I think that conceding once in a while is something you need to do. You can't go through life thinking that everything you say and all your opinions are just facts, and that's that. That one I'm hoping maybe he can come back. But as far as overall, I just want to say, listen, if people want to let you go, don't fight for them. it's not you. It's really not. It's not your fault. Some people can't handle disagreement. Some people can't handle being told that their views may be incorrect, or maybe there's a possible other way to look at things. They're just out there. And to keep your own peace and your own sanity, unfortunately, you have to deal with this and kind of just let them go. The more you beg, the more it's going to hurt you. Anyways, keep your friends out there. Friends are important, the right ones. And to that one that I want back, you know who I'm talking to. Everybody stay safe.